Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Mark Boyle, DIY Prepper Guy. This is my shop. And recently I did a pretty complete review on all of the tools that I've bought from Harbor Freight since I did my first warranty review regarding the circular saw and one other. But I already did a review on those. Most of you know I don't do super duper complete, awesome, wonderful reviews. Um, I just tell you about the tool and why I bought it, because there's other people out there that do really great reviews, tool reviews. Whether it's Hercules or any of them, they have torque meters and all that stuff. So I think my camera's a little crooked. Hold on. So a lot of them do really awesome reviews, and they have torque meters and all this stuff to really check things and timers and stuff. I don't have that. If you really want to check a tool out, go watch those videos, which I do. I watch a lot of them. I buy tools for different reasons because I'm more of a DIY guy and a handyman. So I'm not worried about whether it's 1,200 foot-pounds of torque or 1,150 or 1,400. It just doesn't matter as long as it does the job. And those are specs that I'm not too concerned about. Like this impact driver here, it does what it needs to do, and it does a damn good job, and it does a better job than my old Ryobi or even my DeWalt, which I have right here. So if I were to compare these two by drilling screws in and stuff and lag bolts in, there would be a very small difference. As far as the batteries are concerned, these with the 3-year warranty come with great Sanyo batteries. So both of these are made in China. So what you're buying when you buy a product that's made in another country or even made in America is what does, Harbor Freight tell them when they make this drill? Because DeWalt might say, we want it to do this and this and this. And Harbor Freight might go, we want it to do this and this, but we want a better battery than this. And the company will make them that way. They will make it however the fuck you want it. And I know this in floor covering because I see companies like, Quick Step and Armstrong and Mohawk, that when someone big comes along like Lowe's or Home Depot, they go, we want you to make this product, say this product, but we want you to make it not as solid or not as good a battery. They'll tell us with floor covering, well, we want it to be 6 mil, not 7 mil. Well, the customer doesn't know that going into when they buy it until it fails because it wasn't thick enough for the locking system to actually engage and hold it together over the many years. So that happens in this industry also. So I think Harbor Freight has done a really good job with saying these are the specs we want, and we want them the same as these. They might have a little different motor or something, but whether you're using this impact driver all day and you put in 100 screws, or you're using this one all day and you put in 100 screws, which one was faster? At the end of the day, who cares? So that's why I buy Harbor Freight Hercules brand, because they have a 5-year warranty on this tool. They keep it in their computer, so I don't have to worry about my receipt. And the batteries come with a 3-year warranty. Now this tool may come with the same warranty. It might even be another year longer. But what good does that do me when I take this back into, this is a DeWalt, so it's, DeWalt is Lowe's, I think. I can't keep them straight anymore. And I take it in and they're like, well, yeah, it has a 2 more years left on the warranty, but we don't do it in store. You have to call this number. And they go, here's a piece of paper. Actually, let's just use a real piece of paper. Like that. Call these numbers, and they'll send you a claim, and then you can send in the tool, and if they determine it was manufacturer error, then blah, blah, blah. If it wasn't manufacturer error, they'll fix it for a price, plus you pay freight. Oh, great. This bad boy, if it quits working, I just take it into Harbor Freight. Go, look, it's not working. Let's pretend there was a battery in there. It doesn't work. No, go, by golly, it doesn't work. Go over there and get another one. They ring it all up. They do whatever they do. And out the fucking door you go. So that's why I buy tools. And I've said that before in a lot of my videos. So since I bought this Sawzall and this circular saw way back, where is my big badass Sawzall? Here it is. This one. I did a review on those, and it's been, I don't know, quite a while on this tool when I did the review. I think it's been over 6 months. I've used it to cut lamb beams, all kinds of stuff, and it does not slow down at all. Now I have a Craftsman over yonder that's a corded tool. This thing and that one, if I compared them side by each, they both eat wood like it's freaking crackers, just right through it. Is one 2%, 10% faster? I really don't care. Now I have a Ryobi that's a smaller 6.5 inch, and it's slow. It's just even cutting a 2x4 that's like a Doug fir or something, it just slows down, bogs out, and completely pisses me the fuck off. So I upgraded to this bad boy, and it eats wood like crazy. Now, since I bought this and that, and I've done my reviews on those, I got the drill, which is pretty badass. I know people like hearing things go round and round and stuff, so let's put a battery in it, shall we? It's pretty badass. It's got a nice clutch. It locks. I find it locks better than my DeWalt because I'll be drilling and then all of a sudden the bit will fall out. This one I haven't had that problem with. But, all things are problematic. If this has the same problem as my my DeWalt, which is this one here, then they're the same, aren't they? This one's heavier, but this one kicks ass more. It's got a better light. I don't even know where that light is. There it is up there. This light, they're the same. It's a fucking light, right? I bought a drill, not a light bulb. I got this oscillating tool, which I've used a lot because I had a oscillating tool that was corded by Dremel, fine and dandy. But I used my installer's one that's like this, but it's a DeWalt. And I noticed that it just eats things like without thinking. And this one does too. So my little one that was corded, which is kind of a pain in the ass when you're working, I don't want to be running around with extension cords all day. I just want to put in a battery and go to town. So this one is pretty nice. There it is. Really great. It's got a quick change doodad on here, which everything comes out if I do that, so I'm not going to. So these I've had for a while, and I really do enjoy them. Okay. Way too many tools. Well, disregard that stupid remark. Okay, so then I also got the blower. I bought a Bauer one for my shed, which this is the shop, and then I have my shed. Maybe if I could learn to put a battery in it, would work better. And so I have all Hercules in the shop because they have different batteries than the Butte Bauer. But the red one works just as good. As high, medium, low. But that's kind of funny because, like, you know, when I had a race car, basically, I just wanted high. I don't need medium and low. That's the point. It's a blower. My shop's disgusting. I need high. I have used the low because I can blow into things like this and around here, and it doesn't blow everything off my counters. So forgive me, but it does have has a purpose. I have no idea what that little button's for. Hands-free. Okay, so that's pretty badass. Now the newest acquisition up until Friday was this. I like it because you can just set it on something and cut. Whereas the other one is a little bit heavier, and it kind of takes two hands to really grind on things like that. Whereas this here, you can just set it down, let the weight of this machine pull it forward. Got a little different ergonomics to it. So I'm basically in love with this thing. I haven't used it much, so maybe in one of my other reviews in a few months, we'll talk about that. So, all in all, everything I've bought in the Hercules line has more than met my needs. I'm more than satisfied with it, and I couldn't be happier, really. I mean, they all work as advertised, and the drill drills holes, the impact driver drives screws, Sawzall cuts the shit out of things. This saw here eats wood like crazy, and what I like about it is the base. I can put my jig on there for whatever they call that, for running straight lines and stuff. It clamps right on there, and I can use this instead of having a cord, because quite honestly, cords are a pain in the ass. So I found nothing to complain about yet. I mean, it's been within a year of all this stuff. And so, I don't know. I mean, I have a Warrior grinder, I think what it is. It's corded. I've used that for 8-9 years. Can't seem to break it. So if you're looking at a tool for a purpose, these are purpose-designed tools. If you're looking for speed and being able to sink one more 4-inch lag bolt in an hour of work than the other one, then, you know, go out and spend, you know, $200 with these $179 or something. I haven't looked in a while. And this is under $100. They're both tool only. The batteries on this are about the same as this, and sometimes you can get these on sale, but then sometimes you can get these on sale. So all in all, out of all of these tools, I've saved, you know, quite a bit of money, and they do the same thing. I mean, you know, drilling a hole is drilling a hole. I mean, we're not building what is Elon Musk's new rocket, the SpaceX, the giant monster. You know, I'm sure there's some pretty high tolerances. I don't know if they had used one of these. They might, but you know, it's a machine shop. You and I aren't doing a machine shop, and if you are, you're not looking at these tools anyway. So for home builders and DIYers and handymen and handy women, then these are great. They're just great, and I can't say enough good about them. Now, what I am going to do is a reveal of the newest tool I bought. So hold on, and I'll be right back. All right, so the newest acquisition was obviously this bad boy. It is amazing how powerful this is. Let me put a battery in it and let you hear it, because we all like that. This is pretty high torque, and I bought this because I I needed a bandsaw. I have the chop saw with a metal blade, but honestly, that's kind of scary when you start really cutting big stuff because you never know when spinning things are just going to come apart. So to go along with that, yes, I did get this bandsaw blade. Check the box because this does not come with it anymore. It used to come with a blade on it. Now you have to buy it, which is fine because this was $120. It's like you're not going to find anything from Milwaukee or anyone else that makes these with $100 one in front of it. Be $200 and $300 and some dollars. So it's pretty badass. And also, I think I'm still talking. Hopefully you can still hear me. Then it came with this. Well, it didn't come with that. I bought it with that. And I'll put that on there so I can use it as a chop thing. And also, there is a way to flip this around to where the saw mounts standing up. I haven't really played with this that much to actually do an informative kind of show and tell thing, because I'll just flop around with it and look like an idiot. Anyway, so this and this go together hand in hand. And when you stand it up, then you have kind of like a bandsaw like I have over there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's for metal. And so I bought that because my newest project that I'm going to be working on is a overland trailer. Get this shut down. Kind of a base camp model. So I don't know if you've looked into the overland, basically four-wheel drive kind of campers, micro campers and such. Hopefully the audio wasn't bad. I guess this thing. Anyway, so it's going to be an overland four-wheel drive, kind of an all-purpose trailer. It'll have the kitchen built in and hot water and all that. The one I'm going to build will actually be 4 foot by 10 foot. So you'll have the galley outside like a teardrop, and you'll be able to sleep inside out of the weather and all that, and heaters and all that stuff built in. So I want to build the trailer. And then if one of my friends was telling me, he goes, if you build one of those, I'll buy it from you and then you can build another one, which then got my head spinning. So it's like, why don't I buy one of these? I can build my own trailers because I have welders and stuff, and then sell them. I sell 1 or 2 or 3 a year. It's mad money. I have a day job, or business, so it's fine. But as time goes on, business might slow down. I might have more time in a week or a month to build another one. So if you can make $1,000 or $2,000 off of each one and do all the work yourself, probably should make more than that, because I'll be building the trailers and the panels and the battery backup systems and stuff like that. Because years ago I developed a power supply system for backs of trucks and stuff. I only built 1 or 2 of them, for my truck and another. And so I thought, well, that's a good time to reintroduce my power system, which was Grizzly Power Systems. So I can incorporate all that into it and be my own customer. But the main thing I want to do it for is, and I preach this a lot, and I usually end my videos in kind of that way, is when you think about it, there's not much manufacturing going on in America, and we all need to step up. And one of my buddies I was talking to, he goes, well, what makes you think you can make it cheaper than, a lot of these overland trailers and micro campers, teardrops and square drops? Companies are now subbing it out to companies in China. And even with shipping and all that, they come in a lot lower. And I was like, well, the difference in any manufacturing process is labor. Because to run a factory in China might be less than to run one in America, because they don't have the same tax structure, and maybe their electricity is a little bit lower and stuff. I'm not sure on that. But a factory is a factory is a factory. And the one constant that I can look at and compare would be labor cost. There's my labor, me. I'm not union. I don't want taxes taken out. I don't want a healthcare plan. I don't want any of that shit. I just want to be able to build something and make some money. So if I'm paying myself nothing, kind of like every honeydew projects I've done for the last 20 years, it doesn't cost as much because I'm not a fixed cost in that equation when it comes to business. So if I build one, it takes, say, 2 months to build the first one, and I make $2,000. Well, I could say, well, that marks only $5 an hour because it took you forever. It's like, what the hell do I care? Look at it this way. How much do you get paid to cook dinner? Say you have a barbecue and you decide to cook you and your wife a steak, and you got some steaks in the freezer and baked potatoes and whatever, all that, and you do it, and it costs you maybe 10 cents for the baked potato because they're pretty cheap, and then maybe some ranch beans. That's a can of beans. How much is that? And then 2 steaks, if you got them on sale for, say, $15 for 2, ribeyes or something like that, which I've still seen to this day, they come down a bit. Well, then you're into a meal for 2 people for less than, $25. Last time I went out and had steak at a restaurant, I paid $25 for 1 meal. So that's how I look at it. It's like, what does it cost me to cook dinner? Nothing, because just the cost of the materials, the same as building this trailer. I'll have the cost of steel and the insulation and all the components and the lights and the metal for the trailer and stuff like that. That's a fixed cost. And whether it's in China or if it's in Germany or it's right here, steel costs pretty much the same. And, it's a little bit more in America because we're regulated to death. And then there's labor. See, my electricity here in my shop costs actually less. I have a friend that has a commercial building, and just to, I think his monthly service fee is like over $1,000, whether he turns his lights on or not. So mine's just, it's considered a barn or whatever I had him put it under, agricultural. So I don't pay more than $25 a month, as opposed to, say, even $500 in a small commercial industrial shop. Because they got the big panels out there and all that shit. It costs a fortune, and all the inspections and whack, 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 whack. The fucking bureaucrats and shit. So if you're thinking of building something, say you got some harebrained idea and you want to do something, maybe it's not campers, maybe it's bed campers for a pickup truck or something. Now, once I get this company going, I'm going to do the teardrops, the square drops, the base camp units. Might even have a unit that can slide into your truck. For like a lot of people just do truck camping and stuff, to where you could put it in there pretty easy, bolt it down. You got your stove, your refrigerator, and all that, and maybe even a little place on top where you can slide a sleeping bag in there and pass the fuck out. So that's my big plan. Now, this might take 10 years to get going, but I've already started on the website and stuff like that. I've been having some problems figuring out web design again because they keep fucking changing it. And the company I used to use for my themes and editing pages and stuff has now gone to a membership base, which I'm not going to pay $50 a month just to buy one theme and forget about it. But I've used them for so many years, it's hard to get my head around a new way of doing it. So there's that. But that's what I'm working on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little, review of all the tools I bought. All I can really say about Harbor Freight Hercules brand is it's the fucking bomb, and their saws are beast. And if you're going to get into, comparing specs, well, that's as stupid to me as comparing cars like Ford and Chevy, and you go, yeah, but Ford uses better leather in their interior. Okay, I'm buying a truck, not a sofa. What the fuck do I care? So the steel on this one might be a little thinner, a little thicker than the other one. This spring might be not as good as something else. I really don't care as long as it does the job. What is the range of plus or minus in the world of specs when it comes to any of these tools? Does the trigger work? Yeah. Does the spring work? Do these gauges, these things that hold us on work? Yeah. So do I want them to work better than this? I don't know. The hell do I care? So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm a fan of Hercules. Everyone knows that in the Harbor Freight line. And I do the Bauer also because I'm also a Bauer fan. But I try to keep it in perspective. Why am I buying it? What do I need it for? Where am I going to keep it? And do I want to have 2 battery systems? Well, maybe yes, maybe no. You can answer that yourself. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll talk to you all later. Bye.